Hey Dragon Slayers, today's video is about how you're probably not getting enough vitamin D, part 3. The key takeaway message continued. In some cases, Dr. Berry had patients whom he had referred to various specialists come back to see him who reported that the specialist had told them to stop taking the vitamin D supplement that he had recommended. The specialist said the patients didn't need the supplements and might experience a dangerous overdose. These specialists usually offered this medical advice without checking the patient's vitamin D levels. The doctors didn't base the recommendation on research or critical thinking. When Dr. Berry did more investigation into the research on vitamin D overdoses, he discovered that not one serious overdose had ever been reported. None. Zero. Zilp. Zilch. So, although people had accidentally significantly exceeded the RDA, which is the recommended daily allotment, for long periods of time, there was not a single death or case of serious injury. So if your doctor warned you against taking more than 1,000 IUs of vitamin D, you can be sure that they have read nothing new on the subject since they were in medical school, however many years ago that might be. I suggest that you guys do as Dr. Berry does. As I mentioned in an earlier video, Dr. Berry plays in the sun without sunscreen as often as possible. He eats lots of pastured fatty foods like butter, egg yolks, and pork. He also takes 5,000 to 10,000 IUs of vitamin D every day as needed to keep his levels above 50. He checks the vitamin D in his blood twice yearly, and the results show he is not anywhere close to overdosing. He will always take a daily vitamin D supplement, unless he moves closer to the equator where the sun is stronger. Some other resources that he recommends you guys check out. There are several books about vitamin D therapy, how much you should take, and why supplementing vitamin D is important. However, Dr. Berry recommends a website because it's a great place to start your vitamin D education. Armed with this information from this site, you can discuss your vitamin D needs with your doctor. The website is in the description below. It's the vitamin D resource page, the Vitamin D Council, and it's a very useful resource for learning about vitamin D and all of its powers to prevent and heal disease. As I mentioned in the first video in the series, I have a personal experience with this. I my vitamin D levels were around 8, and then I started supplementing. I think about 3,000 a day I use per day, and I got them up to, I want to say, in the high 20s. It was like 26, 27. So I increased. I started doing 5,000 IUs a day, and I got them to like 35. And then I have recently increased to 7,000 IUs a day. They're now hovering around 40. And because I fast every other day and I intermittent fast often, I've been thinking about cranking it up to like 15 IUs. You just got to experiment with yourself. I highly recommend that you guys get your levels checked. Remember, it's the D-25 test. Get your levels checked, check out the website, and dose accordingly. I have felt so much better since I started down this journey, and I believe that you will too. And that's what I've got for you guys today. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel out. And remember, guys, that together, you and I will slay the dreaded diabetes dragon.